would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, gamers and my gamer races and friends of all ages, because I welcome you all to India's Showdown Season 1 Boys Tournament. Yes, you heard it right, boys. And where there is boys, there is absolutely the fun is guaranteed. I'm not saying, that statement can be very, very misleading, but yep, I said it. And today we are here in the quarterfinals between Meow Meow Gang. And you know what? How many people know Meow Meow Gang? I guess all of you guys know that team because they are currently number one in the Kolkata server. And to fight them, we will have all the way from the year 1942 Holocaust or Holocaust. I mean, whatever we pronounce it right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. And I, Soul Sky, will be your caster for this match number one of the evening. And guess who will be joining us, guys? It will be none other than the most hardworking girl I have ever met in my life. How are you, Peachy?
Hello, Soul Sky. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are waiting for this day because we do have four of these teams battling it out in a best of three format, and they are going to be very intense. Given the fact that they need most of the points in their hands and going ahead into the semi finale as well. This is going to be a great day, and Soul Sky, as usual, let's dive into the draft very quickly.
Yes, and we have already dove into the draft because first ban will be coming from the 1942 guys. That will be the Gathot Kasa and the Zuxian ban I see from Yamo Gang. I think both of them have banned reasonable picks because you don't want any of these picks to be open to face against them. So Peachy, what do you think about the upcoming four bans that have left?
Maybe I'm thinking of a Khalid or maybe a Phobius could be getting banned, but the Bruno, one of the one of the most important hero right now should be banned, given the fact that the Malefic gun was buffed and it enabled Bruno to actually give his range to him. So, yep, that is one of the important
Hmm.
ban right here. We might be seeing that, but Holocaust
Okay.
1942 coming up with the Luo E ban. That is an easy respect ban to Eden.
Yeah, exactly. And as you mentioned, the balls have been hitting us harder when after that malefic gun. The Sunil Chetri slash Bruno of this land of Dawn is getting
Mhm.
quite popular in the picking phase. So, it is getting picked in M6 wildcard. It has been picked in M6 Swiss tournament, and it is being picked in Indian server, the IGC tournament also. So well, and there you go, Peachy. Wonderful predictions again. That's the Bruno ban. The balls will not get now. It I think now the balls will hit softer because the Sunil Chetri will not be entering in this match. Okay, the game number one of this first match of the best of three series. Now I think okay, let me can I guess this? So what else? Okay, never mind. I will give it to you, Peachy. What do you think is going to be up here?
Mm, two bands yet to be there. Maybe I'm thinking another EXP laner or maybe a mage onto their side. But oh, my predictions were wrong. Look at that, Fanny getting banned. Another respect ban to
Knew
Joseph
it.
right there. Yep.
I knew it. I mean, you shouldn't be leaving any of those signature heroes at the pick, either as the Louis for Eden, as you mentioned, and Joseph the Fanny, because even if I have seen Memo Gang play style, and even if their one teammate couldn't perform well in any given situation, they have the other four teammates that perform exceptionally well. So that's how you pull out a pressure from your one teammate of your team. So I love the fact that they have a proper synergetical gameplay. And now we can see the first pick that's going to be the Hilda. Again, that's a good pick because Hilda, after the season pass, has been buffed. And with that, Blade of Ecstasy is just the first item, or just the Fury Hammer. Her power of wideness can make you go wild with her damage. So let's just see. If they want to counter this Hilda, they need an anti-dive comp. And for that
Yep.
anti-dive, they need to punish Hilda first. For punishing Hilda, they got to go for that early damage composition. So what do you think is going to be up here, Peachy?
Maybe a
Oh, I
Gatoskata,
like
but
it.
oh, okay. The EXP lane not getting prioritized into the hands of Team Meow Meow Gang. Okay, they're going for a Moscow plus a Eve combo. Now, again, the Eve going to be into the backlines with the real world manipulation, just trying to deal some damage. This is going to be a very great offense into against a Hilda. But again, Moscow, I'm quite skeptical about that pick. What are your thoughts on that, Soul Sky?
I mean, if they have picked it, I think they have a particular, I would say, a thought in their mind that if we picked Moscow right now, you know how players when they are in the drafting phase, they have already thought of many predictions that enemy can pick. What are the counter picks for that? And even they do the real time thinking also, and that's how you see the drafting. That's why people say that 60% of the draft that you have to think so fastly. Like, and in this tournament lobby, you got full 60 seconds and for the particular pick for each pick. So you have plenty of time to think, and you can also predict that if I pick this, what enemy will pick. So for that Moscow, I think now, and I was about to say that Khalid Hilla combo can come, but topping it off with Aurora, it's going to be very, very lethal for Meow Meow Gang. But they are going for it. I love this pick because the Phobius here is gonna be very, very hard to counter because the Khalid. I think Khalid might be roam here, and if he's a roam Khalid, he might get bursted out quickly because the fighters cannot scale up defense item as a pure roamer because of the recent adjustment have done to the defense items. So and Joy is banned, and like the fact that they have banned Joy because they have the Eve. Plenty, that's a very good ban. And the chip also banned. Okay, chip was not banned. I was surprised there.
Okay, okay, the chip getting banned. I mean, even I'm surprised about that, given the fact that the team Meow Meow gang could just go in for that. But again, with the Eve, with the Moscow, they will be very highly mobile, so I don't see any synergy fitting into that team composition. But again, a very good ban. Even despite having so much nerfs to him, his cooldown was increased. He did get some rework onto his ultimate as well. Yet he is viable. So yeah, one last ban coming up from both the sides. Now I'm guessing a tank should be banned yet again. Maybe a Tigreal?
Maybe. Okay, that's a tank, and that's a roam basically. So that's going to the
Yep.
Matilda, and they don't want to give Matilda to Meow Meow Gang because we have seen their roamer. I think it's Karma Hits, who has at least I have seen him consecutively getting MVP in this tournament. So you don't want to give Mathilda to him because he can bring enemy to you like it's what do you call it? It's just one for if you take suppose I forgot how to say it. So just say one with one bonus with one teammate. So basically that's how you point it. But Karma Heads is going for that Guinevere. I think Guinevere has been buffed in this recent patch. So I think he will be having that advantage of the recent patch that the adjustment that have been made to Guinevere. And I think that's the special migration cooldown and plus the first ability cooldown. So you gotta be watching out for that because you can get CC'd enough. But they have picked the room. So good call coming in from the Meow gang because they have seen that they have picked the roamer. Now the Diggy possibility of Diggy is very less. So that's why they have gone for that CC comp. So what do you think, Peachy?
So far, so good. I'm guessing that Khalid would be the roamer, but again, they do have a lot of damage from backliners as well as the frontliners as well. When you're talking about the Guinevere as well as with the Phobius as well. So I want to see that Hilda onto the Rome position. But we will be knowing that very, very soon since Team Holocaust
Uh
1942 have decided to go in for that Ling plus a Leslie. Okay, Leslie, I did see few of the matches coming in from Holocaust. They really capitalized that Leslie. They don't give any attention to her into the early game stages, but right from the mid game to the late game, they do play around the marksman lane, making sure that the Leslie is getting pumped. So maybe we will be seeing these kind of play into this match as well. But Team Meow Meow Gang, will they be allowing that Leslie to farm up?
I mean, now I think it can be that I would have to say that's a very very good draft coming in from the Holocaust 1942. But they have the anti dive. They got the Phobius plus the Guinevere. But I think they still lack the early damage for Hilda to dive in. If Team Yano Gang successfully snowball this game, that can be very lethal to Hilda, apparently. Plus, they have got this Khalid. If he bought Thunderbelt first item, that can be very detrimental towards the Team Holocaust 1942 because you are the.
Yep.
Thunderbelt, I think, is a pseudo tank item. It's an attack item. So you've got
Yep,
to be very careful of the itemization. And as my friend
that's true.
says, 60% is draft, 40% is execution. But as we speak of, we'll be entering into the land of dawn. And this is a match first game one between Miamo Gang versus Holocaust 1942. Holocaust on the blue side, Miamo Gang on the red side. Quarterfinals of the Indian Showdown Season 1. Which is powered by Indian Gaming Corps. I, Soul Sky, will be your analysis caster for this game number 1. And Peachy, you will be the play-by-play, so go ahead. Oh my god, we are
Yep.
here in the casting queue. So let's just discuss about the draft.
Okay, so far the draft is definitely favoring into the hands of Team Meow Meow Gang, but they are solely dependent onto that spatial migration where Karma Hits is just going to roam around the map, making sure that he is getting his jump right on, and there will be follow up coming. But the zoning potential coming in from the side of Team Holocaust 1942 is no less. They could, even though the Moscow does not the Moscow, but like the Guinevere does get a jump, there is this possibility that the Hilda as well as the Khalid could might jump in onto the back lanes.
Exactly. But you know what? I think this time draft, I would say, is hovering towards, let us have a counterintuitive approach to, whatever opinions we say. So, like as you mentioned, Miyano Gang has the upper draft, but I think their drafts a lot depend on the early snowball because they have got the
Mhm.
Hayabusa. I'm not saying that they can't snowball, or maybe I think. I mean, I'm not saying they have the bad draft, if you know like what I'm trying to say. But if you look at the team, Holocaust, they have got the Khalid, they have got the Hiller, they have a lot of dive composition, and they have got Leslie also. If Leslie, I think, has the proper range, she can uh, outmaneuver Moscow, but I think Moscow will not be having an easy game as well because the Hilda and the Khalid will be onto his nose every time when he jumps in uh, with his abyss shadow abyss, whatever it is called. Plus, I think if he SOD or like spare of destruction to any point of like in any point where the team fight is going on in the map, I think if Hilda keep in mind that Moskov has a SOD and he uses her powerfulness to zone him, I think it might be very difficult for Moscow to, have a proper, I would say, damage output in this game. But I think let's just see, because as there is the 40% execution part, because if you execute it really well, and we know that Miamo Gang can execute everything really well, so we will have to see
That's
what Team
true.
Miamo Gang has it for us. So what do you think, Peachy? Like, what are the other
That's true.
possibilities that you think?
We do know that Meow Meow Gang, one of the good squads in India right now, they make sure that they are taking up that early game into their hands. They will be making a way for the Hayabusa to get some farm. Maybe if he goes for that Sky Piercer as well, so he will be popping off really well. But and they take up the same momentum into the mid game and take it up to the late game as well. They don't allow other teams, your opponent team, to come up with the late game. So that is where one of the strongest points of Team Meow Meow Gang is. They would try to make sure that they are getting it, and they did draft around that early game. And since they know that they might not get the same momentum onto the late game, they did draft a Moscow. So a very well draft, I would suggest.
Yep, exactly. But they have the Aurora also, the team Holocaust, and I think I'm sound like I'm biased about the team Miyamagang. But as we speak of this, the game post will be over, and Pichi, here you go. The stage is all yours.
Yep, look at that. Both the junglers already towards near their buff. Now they want to go in for that early rotation near that marksman lane, making sure that they are getting it. But again, you do have the Ling as well. He's also one of the main contender here to dive right back into the back lane. Moscow could be
Oh,
in danger, or maybe someone else, but okay, the poking games already has begun onto the top lane, but the bot lane, same case. Now Hayabusa will be level 4 very, very soon, but Khalid quite low. Okay,
oh,
shadows onto him. He's not level 4 yet, but he will be safe for now. Khalid, what a game coming in, but the first
okay.
blood already up there onto the top lane. It will be the link taken off the Moscow.
Yeah, man, there
Oh,
was a
wait a minute.
quicksand guard of that Khalid, man, and a good try coming from Karma Hits. And, this was I was saying, they have the Hilda. You can't, focus early aggression against an Hilda. But again, this time that's a grave mistake, and he will pay the price of it. What are you thinking, Khalid? You don't have the quicksand guard. But now, I think, okay, they might be. Okay, I would say that's a good stun coming in from 27. Also, Hovis is actually a good pick against Khalid. I thought Khalid might be roam would have been better here. I think that's
Yep.
their call for the team Holocaust 1942. As the first turtle will be spawning up, Ling might go in the bottom lane side.
Okay, Phoebe is already rotating up towards the turtle, making sure that they are getting some action right there. Since the Holocaust are in a lead right now, they do have a chance that they could take up this turtle away as well. With the Tempest of Blade having into the hands of Ling as well, but the turtle looking quite low though right now. The Retribution
Oh,
battle will be up very very soon. I'm excited to see. But then, okay, the
nice.
Retribution battle into the hands of Ling. He will be taken away, but the Ui Shadow Kill coming onto the play. Look at that. He will be taken
Oh,
down. The Hayabusa looking quite low. Hilda will be targeting the Hayabusa too. Okay, the Frigid Glacier coming into the play as well. Look at them. Another kill into the hands of Ling yet again.
man, the Warcry is Ling is having a good time with the Warcry, and that's what I was saying. Did you see that Hilda taking the kill of Hayabusa? He just
Yeah.
nearly escaped that little slither of HP, but guess what? The speed was there, or the mobility coming from Hilda. And that's how that's what I was saying in the early part of the game. I'm not being biased, but the draft was there, and I think Team Yamagang really need to win. But the special
Oh,
migration.
oh, another spatial migration coming onto the play. Two man knock, but Aurora will be safe for now. She backs off now. Team Meow Meow Gang. Look at that early game being snatched away from Meow Meow Gang. Now, Team Meow Meow Gang has to pull up with their attack and defense as well, because they are, they are giving up space to Hayabusa to farm, but it is not enough.
But I think the Meow Meow, so not Meow Meow, but the Moscow is the key now, because the first turtle has been gone towards the team Holocaust, and I would like to see the itemization so far, because I think itemization really plays a very very big role here. And as far as these team goes, they have a really really good. Yep, that's a good itemization. Straight away anti heal coming in from this Eve, and I suppose okay, that's a good two magic necklace with arcane boot for that extra magic penetration, and Berserker Fury for both Ling and
Yep.
this Leslie. That's a good Meanwhile, you can see bottom lane side.
Oh, the Phobius is jumping around with the Purcell, the Infernal Evil, but will he be getting some kills though? Okay, the stun coming up from
Oh,
Aurora will be there, but the spatial migration right into the face of Link. He will be stunned coming up with the Violet game as well, but no, it will be enough for him to just
the kill
escape into the
box.
RWM in a very safe position.
What is it?
Now, Link gets the killing spree. Phobius down. Now they will be trying to get some more blood, but this is just over for the side of Team Meow Meow Gang.
Oh my god, Miro is actually holding on to his life for now. And did you? That was team. Aurora is actually panicking ultimate. That the frigid glacier, even though her frosty breeze was on point and her pride of breeze, not the price of yeah, pride of breeze is still activated. But they are going for the invasion right now.
Oh, what a good choice coming in Holocaust
Come on,
1942, playing on that advantage that they have the goal, they have the resources as well. Look at that one jump coming up. That was a very good window of opportunity to jump, and yep, the
ooh,
jump does misses out too many stunts on her, and
ooh.
she will be taken down. On to that other hand as well, Drain 7 does get a kill onto the Leslie. Now, one of the main members. Now, this is the time Meow Meow Gang could go in for that some more blood, but they are just deciding to play around that Hayabusa, waiting it out.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to point it out. Hayabusa haven't engaged after that first turtle and the second turtle as well. And now the game might go towards Hayabusa because I would like to say itemization again because he is just waiting for his item. He's just farming up right now. And look at the link. There might be a
Mhm.
level advantage for now. That's a rope coming in from the okay karma hits. Now the shadow is
Oh,
there. Might be a difficult. Okay, now that they were just teasing away. I think they might be looking for some opening there. Four people are in the bot lane in the Meow of the Meow Meow gang. So far, so forth, not a lot of skirmish going on. And I love the fact that Karma Hits has bought the rope for that early magic defense because there's a
uh-huh.
lot burst coming in from the Aurora, but the special migration.
Oh, yet again another jump right there, but this was on to the Hilda. Not a good option, not a good option given the fact that she is quite tanky and she is the one roaming around giving up the vision. Now, the Hilda giving up so much vision that means that it is just a green signal for the link to jump in, but
Ling!
the link goes into the top lane. Look at him, he does have his
Sniper!
tempest of lane right there. The
Ooh,
ultimate sniper coming into the
ooh.
play as well. He does pulls up a SOD combo and he is running away, but will he be successful? No, I don't think so because there
Nah.
is so much tons on him. It will be Aurora popping off, but the shift is already there because Hilda tries to go in the RWM might
Oh
come in very,
no!
very handy. But yep, it does come into the handy. Now Hilda will be taken down. Another kill secured
Nah.
with the lead.
Joseph is stacking up for now. What are you guys doing? Don't overextend. Your both tanky heroes are down in just matter of a second. And I would like to see itemization again because Joseph has bought that Sky Pearson now because he has the 3 kills. And the robe is there, Thunderbolt is there. That's a good choice. Steel lights, Wesley, okay. Going for that endless battle by spatial
Oh.
migration onto the link.
Okay, spatial migration coming on the plate, but I needed that backup coming up. 27 right on point, takes down the wing. They take down the turtle as well. Hayabusa with the retribution. It is all into their hands. But now,
Nice.
they are just shifting the focus into the top lane because Mirio, he is all farming up those lanes and those turrets as well. But wait a minute, Hilda tries to go in, but so damage taken down with the basic attack of Moscow so far.
Exactly. And now I think they have heard me because I already told you that if you just waited till the early game ends, the game is all yours. But look at that. That's what we call the experience time. And look at the kill box in the top lane side. Mid lane turret is down. And that's okay. The demonic force is there of that 27. Look at the Mirio taking the kill of that Leslie. She should have been recalled there. She used her flicker also. Not a good choice because the next team fight, if they rushed the Lord, Team Yamogang, that the Leslie will not have the flicker. And Anna started off real good, but I think that, Joseph have catched up to him because if you look at level advantage, I think it's level 12 to 10. See, that's how we saw. Okay, they're going for that gang in the bottom lane.
Oh, wait a minute. He's just waiting it out. Look at that dash already used up now, playing in a very deep trouble. He will be taken down 27. Look at the, patience that he had. That Ling was supposed to use his dash, and just as he popped his dash, he's using his skills. What a game confidence coming up from the side of Team Meow Meow Gang. Looks like it. They will be taking down those neutral objectives into
Nice!
their hands. Two-man knockup.
Oh,
Look at that. Three-man frigid glacier, but the backup was not there. Another spatial migration into the face of Kun, and it will be the Hilda going down. But that's in
man.
practice, they lose Khalid as well.
Yep, exactly. Holocaust are giving into the play, not the pleasure, but the pressure that Myanmar gang is giving.
Oh,
Again, that's a
oh.
close call, but now okay, there's a spatial migration onto
No,
two people. No, no, not enough,
no
not enough.
way.
As Leslie will be taking less. Oh, there's a flicker. Demonic force is there. Will it be able
No
to
way.
take her, take the Leslie down? Will it be okay? Media just dived it two inside, and he will get taken down. There, no, okay, temperature will misses. Oh, Anna just
Oh,
okay, escaped right there. 27 still holding. Oh, that's a SOD. Nice,
oh.
nice SOD. Oh my
Look
god, that
at
was
the
quite a
SOD.
good. Yeah, I mean, now Miro is feeling it. Miro just died two times in the early part of the game. Now he has got his Trinity, I suppose. Again, the itemization, please. Shout out to my streamer brother. So, now look at the Moscow build. Yep, he got the Trinity. But I like to see
Yeah.
Hayabusa. Hayabusa just straight away went for that Hunter Strike first. He got a damage. Then after he bought that Sky Piercer to stack up those two kills that came from Hilda and the Khalid. But look at that post Lord fight 27. No, not a good choice.
Oh, not a good size. He will be taking up the spatial migration. Two-man knockup. Look at them. They go in again. Unstoppable picked up by Miru. Khalid will be taken down, but another kill into his hands. Ling would be the next victim. Are we looking at another victim? Because I feel like Leslie would be the one, but the hitbox is not there.
No,
It doesn't range. But yeah, the SOD does connect. He gets the triple kill right there. And he moves away from the Nexus safely.
man. Now Myanmar gang has all been formed up. This now this and Khalid hasn't bought the necessary itemization to counter this Moscow. You gotta buy the blade armor first, or at least elect blades.
Oh. Okay, the
Okay,
pride of is already taken off. Hayabusa, kudos to his Ui shadow kill, but the Moscow is all alone. The spear of misery does connect,
Moscow.
and Ling will be taken out yet again. The 1v2 situation right into the face of Moscow, but the bot lane as well. Another Ui shadow kill coming onto the play. Hilda will be the one taken off. That is like you're not talking about the 3v5 situation into the hands of Team Holocaust 1942, but the middle lane will be taken down. They try to go in for more, but will and they did get another kill. Leslie will be down, but the minions are still pouring. The crystal will be exposed very, very soon. And the RW1 coming onto the play as well. It will be 27 going down, but the crystal will be down as well. What a game for Team Meow Meow Gang, pulling up that mid game for themselves.
Oh, yeah, man, yeah, exactly. PT, I mean, this is what I was talking about. If someone fails in Myanmar gang to perform, the other four teammates are ready to outperform that, but not outperform, but help that guy to come back up. That's what we have seen in this game. As Busa didn't have that good start, even though Ling had the good start, he just didn't give up. He just didn't give up, and he just farmed until he got that Hunter Strike plus the Sky Piercer. Got the stacks of that Sky Piercer with the two kills. The 20 strikes, the 20 stacks of the Sky Piercer. That's enough to. I'm saying that's enough for Shadow Kill combo coming in two. If and we saw that he actually killed that backliners. But shout out to Eden because he really played it well in this game. Look at him, just zero deaths. Zero deaths is actually commendable when you are in the quarterfinals of any tournaments, and this, especially this ITC. So overall, Myanmar gang really played well. The good start was there by the team Holocaust, but I think the MM couldn't surpass Miro, even though she could not surpass, but even after she couldn't go head toe to toe with Mirio. And if you look at that, Mirio, that's a deserved MVP, 70% ton of damage coming in from the Mirio. And even though Khalid Hilda was a good combo for that anti dive and the diving composition, but still, I think the itemization of both the roamers was not on point. I think you got the anti heal, but what about the blade armor? You don't have that blade armor and all. But overall, it was a really good game. So they gave a good toe to toe against. They went toe to toe against Myanmar Gang, but Myanmar Gang, we just saw how they played very patiently, wait for the window of opportunity, and take this game number one of the best of three series in their hand. So I think this was the game number one, Peachy. I think we will go to game number two.
Yeah. Yep, we will be taking a short break and we will be coming up with game number two. Now, since we all know that this is going to be the best of three series, maybe we will be seeing at a clean sweep or maybe we will be seeing at a game number three. I'm excited to know. And if you guys are also excited like me, go bring in your friends, go share out the stream and get in your friends. We'll be waiting for you guys.
Exactly.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
Greetings again, my fellow gamers and gamer races. We are back in this India Showdown Season 1 Boys Tournament, Match 1. And this time we are back for game number 2 because this is the match between Meow Gang versus Holocaust all the way from 1942. First game, it was won by Team Yamaha Gang, so it might be a clean sweep coming from their side. Or we can see Holocaust doing some Holocaust here and come back like a boss in this, and we can see the game number 3 also. So, I Solskjaer again will be your caster for this game, and guess who will be joining me? It's none other than the goated. How are you, Miko?
I am fine completely. Thank you, Solsky, for the wonderful introduction. And yes, as you said, this is an exciting match indeed. So I wonder if they will be making a comeback in this match, or is this match point game gonna be it for MMG? So after last match, what do you think? Like, do you think there will be a ban because of the last match performance? Like maybe a respect ban coming on to one of the heroes which was used last time?
I mean, I don't think so because the last PS match, I think those are not the heroes that you should ban. I think, except the Phobius. I think Phobius is, I think, if you are going for that dash composition, I think you can go for that Phobius ban because we saw that they have picked that. In Roma, there was Guinevere. In Jungler, there was Hayabusa. Mage was Eve. And obviously, the HP Phobius. I don't think so. They might we can see an special ban or target ban. But as well as the same, if I was in the place of team Holocaust, I would say just go for if you're going for the same kind of draft like the Hilda Khalid combo, just ban the Eve because it can slow you down, or maybe a Phobius ban. I might, in my opinion. What do you think? Like
I feel
in your
that is
opinion.
completely viable because, like, I guess, yes, Matilda and Hilda are really annoying right now. Like, Matilda is like the bootleg version of Chip's Avengers Assemble because she can assemble everyone but at least one person onto the backline. And look at that, Eve is
Mm.
already taken down. So all the slows and that extra hitbox is gonna be
Yeah.
shut down.
You know, but the previous game they have picked the Eve. Now they don't want to give away the Eve. Plus, again, this time they are also banning the hero that they had picked in the previous game. Holocaust banning this Hilda. Now for the last four ban. Miko, what are your predictions?
Now the thing is, although MMG was the one who used Eve last match, still yet they banned her this match. So they don't want her to the enemy team, but at the same time, they are actually prioritizing someone over her. Like I do wonder, they do
Hmm.
have a pick which they have thought like this is a first priority, and even if we don't get her, like we don't want Eve if we can get her. So like as you can see, Bruno has also been taken out. Like this is going on with the current meta right now.
Hmm. But I think they had the first pick, but they could have given that Bruno ban to Holocaust, only because they don't want to pick or either they want to give away the Bruno. But I think
Exactly.
that might save them one ban. But it's their choice. What can we say? But now the last two bans are up. They have banned the Jushin. Again, viable ban because you don't want to be thrown around everywhere in the map with a lantern flare. But for this last ban from the Meow Meow gang in the first banning phase. So Migo, what do you think?
I am still wondering what are they planning? Like, look at that.
Ah.
Mobius hasn't banned just as you predicted. But as I said, like Bruno feels like a wasted ban because he is a first priority pick hero. And when you have the first pick, I feel like banning a first priority hero like who is completely like the S tier, like that is kind of a
Mm-hmm.
waste because you can have prioritized some other hero in the banning zone. But well,
Mm-hmm.
Matilda, Hilda, Phobius, Bruno, like all of them are like completely like permanent citizens of the ban zone. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say like
Yep.
they have done a really good job. But let's see who
Mm-hmm.
is actually open. Who are Team MMG going for? I feel like Matilda was the one they were actually planning. The Team Holocaust has taken that out. Like
Oh.
Gatotkacha is a good pick. But I don't think Gatotkacha is someone to sacrifice Eve or Bruno for. So like let's just see what they are planning. But we will be seeing
They
some
could have
good
gone.
AOGs.
Yeah, exactly. They could have gone for Chip also. I would say like that would have been a very good pick if you are trading this Bruno or Eve. At least that might be more reasonable because the alpha is still open. If you don't want to give alpha to the enemy, if you are playing Gatot, it can be a little painful if you are playing Gatot against alpha. But let us see what Team Holocaust is cooking here because I feel like they're letting they're having their time. They're thinking that what are the prediction that if we pick those heroes, that's going to be the high lows and the Necromancer Queen. That's going to be the Vexana here. What are your thoughts about these two picks, Miko?
Now this is an interesting choice because I feel like both of them are not really first pick worthy. And they're not even very flex specs. Like although Hylos is a flex spec because he can be used as the EXP as well. But at the same time, I feel like they are not really that prioritizable. As a set chip could have been good, but after the recent nerfs, like he has a longer cooldown right now. Also, he cannot provide any buffs or shields or regen to his own team.
Oh.
But look at that,
Mhm.
exactly. Like Sicilian was open, Granger. I feel like even a lot of MMs like Beatrix or Nathan maybe, like there are a lot of people who are doing good in this current meta. So exactly, this is someone I
Ooh.
was hoping because I wasn't sure if there is a player who can use her to her full extent. But we will be seeing some good cables coming in. Like the flying Fanny is in the house. I just hope she's flying.
You know, AOT background music is in my head right now after seeing that Fanny pick because she has entered in this battlefield for the game number two. Previous game that was banned by Team Holocaust itself, but now they have picked this Fanny. But as we speak of, we will be entering into the second banning phase. They are going for the straight away Kufra ban to eliminate any counters for Fanny. But I think Kufra is kind of a 50-50 counter for team for not team but for Fanny. But again the Joy is banned for that. They don't want any dive hero coming in from the side of Team Yamagang. Gang. But still, there is Hayabusa left, Ling also left. So what do you think, Miko? That's the Tigreal ban.
I
Nice.
feel Link is not that viable right now after the current nerfs.
Yeah.
Well, he is still good if used well, but let's just see what they go for because I feel like Fanny against Sicilian and Granger, that is such a good choice. Like, it is really hard to mark onto Fanny with the Rhapsody because, Rhapsody is a shot at a straight line, although you do have some amount of mobility. So I do feel like Granger, maybe with the brute force, or he could even go for a Dreadnought if required because his damage mainly comes from the
Mm.
skill, like, skill and level scaling. So even with one
Mm.
item less or maybe prioritizing a bit of defense, he can still deal enough damage, especially with the Sky Piercer combo. But we will be having to see a good MM counter for Granger because I'm not really sure if Granger is the jungler because I still feel he might be the gold laner.
Exactly. But now again, they will go for Khalid pick here for the diving. They have two heroes for the diving here. That's going to be the Hylos and the Khalid. But they have to be very careful if they leave Exana behind. I think someone can take her because the AOJ is there to zone out them, the Vexana. If you go out too inside in the enemy territory, so they have to be looking out for that. But look at that LED Sicilian. He is just actually giving me the LED vibes, and he is actually sparkling right now.
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say the Akai pick. Akai. I don't know why people don't prioritize Akai against Fanny because I think it's a good counter if you play it really well.
It is.
Because I
It
have done it.
completely is. Oh my god, this was
Yes,
such a good decision. Even the mortal coil coming
and
in
Martis
from
also.
Martyrs,
Yes.
exactly. I was just gonna say the mortal coil is such a good offense as well. I just feel like we are gonna see
Oh.
both the Beyblades like spinning here and there. Like the Fanny and Akaida, that is a showdown I would love to see. But look at that. Holocaust coming in with a twist. There's a Mia pick at the late game, last pick. So what do you feel about this matchup? I feel like Mia has like she requires a bit of time to scale, but with a proper moonlit blessing, like hidden moonlight, she can just escape and suddenly catch Granger off guard.
Yep, exactly. But now as we are speaking of, we'll be entering into the land of Dawn, guys. This is the game number two of the match, first of the India Showdown Season 1 Voice Tournament powered by Indian Gaming Corps. Meow Gang has the match pointer for this game. Let's see, will Holocaust will do something and come back in this game of the best of three series? Isol's Sky. Okay, we can
Look
see right
at
away an
that.
invasion coming in from the Anna, and Anna is getting quite low with that mortar coil coming in from the. She's going in again. Will she be able to take out? Yes, she will be able to take out Martis for that cables. Okay, that's a good stun coming in from the 27. Well, 27. Okay, that's a good sanguine close with Babs impact coming in from Sicilian, getting the kill of that lead. Karma hits again, finally going in. Okay, that's secure to that lethal wonder right there. Okay, now the team fight has succeeded. What do you think, Miku? Ooh.
I feel like this is really an interesting combo. Oh, look at that, the unbreakable taunt coming in, and Vexana used up her Purify, and she is escaping really low.
Mm.
If just one more bad impact, she could have been taken down, but well, he did not have enough mana. Look at that, Khalid is actually zoning in, and Granger is looking pretty low. Khalid onto the roam. No, that was a good decision as well, but
Mortis!
look at that, Martis is actually causing
Mortis!
trouble.
Decimation! Mortis! Mortis getting the kill of the Fanny in the early game. Can you imagine Fanny? You are succeeding a Fanny in an early game. And that's a very good decision in the draft. We can see right away, and we can see the full potential. They are using the full potential of the draft. But look, Fanny is trying to get a little bit here and there creeps, but she couldn't reach level 4 before the first turtle. Now the first turtle has been spawned. I think the positioning is really done well by the team Yamio Gang's players. Will Fanny go in, and will we can see a turtle shield? I don't think so. The level advantage of retribution is there to the Mortis, and the Mortal Coil is there to have a combination of attacks. But we can see they're zoning out that Khalid. Okay, the heavy spin has been used by the 27 right there, and now they are going to invite that blue buff. Will Fanny able to get that blue buff? It's just a matter of time, because we can see right away a decimation coming in from the Mortis. Joseph is going in, and he's not gonna wait for anyone, because he is hungry, and he is hungry for more. And look at that, he will be going for another kill to that
Double
Fanny,
kill. Oh
and
my
boom.
god.
Come. Okay, now they will be following back, and that's a good call. No need to overextend for now. You have the lead.
Completely, like that was a good double kill, and as well as a buff stolen. Look at that, Granger dealing enough damage. One more death Sena, and he can actually get a kill on to Mia. Mia is still trying to recover with her like vampire mallet, but I don't think that is enough, is it? Well, Khalid is already in position. Look at that. Khalid is on to Sicilian. Sicilian is going back, but well, not enough
Oh, that's a
damage
good
right
position.
now. As I was saying, like
Exactly.
this is really interesting matchups because you see Akai is actually the EXP laner and Hylos is the EXP laner as well. Like both the tanks are like the ones who have been assigned tank roles by the game have actually been traded off to the EXP zone. And fighters are actually doing the EXP work because oh look at that, the Rondo coming in as a cliche and Mia has been taken down by the Rhapsody damage. AOG
Oh,
connects onto
AOG right.
Vexana. Look at that. Tell us, Solsky, what just happened?
I mean, that AOG was on point, just getting the kill. That was a okay, but double kill is there. Okay, triple kill is there of that decimation, and there's a shutdown. Unfortunately, that was a very unfortunate shutdown in my opinion. But you know what? That's a the distance advantage is there, positioning advantage is there for Mirio, because he can dash out a lot of poke damage, which we can see. One more. Okay, that's a oh no, that's an outplay coming in from the Mia right there,
Such
and
a
Hylos is there with a
good
ring of punishment
start.
to come to the blue buff. Okay, I'm sorry, Miku, I cut you out. Yes.
Yes, I was like, that was such a good immobilize coming in from Mia as a clutch. Like, she was really low, but she already gets her Husk Claw. Look at that, the heavy spin has been used.
Yep, exactly. And look at that. Ana going in. This time the Raging Sandstorm was on point. AOG will be okay using, but no. Nobody holds there as Gedwood will fall down into the hands of Vexana. Vexana will be getting his, or not his, by her anti-heal. And again, that's a range advantage in the top lane. Granger taking the kill of the Mia. I think that's 2 in a row, I suppose. Okay, that was a good try, but no, Jungler was there. I think the retribution was secured, and Mortis might go in for the decimation kill, and he will be getting that kill and will be getting away with that one kill.
Well, I do see that MMG is doing a lot of domination, although Fanny was after a great start, but Kali just made a mistake. Like, he was zoning out, but he did not see Martis approaching Fanny, and the moment he got the kill onto Fanny at level 4, and Fanny was disrupted. Like, that is the point of where it all began, I feel like, like, everything fell apart, and now they are kind of struggling.
Yep, exactly. And now now we are also not getting a room to breathe, because as Joseph is on a roll, and that's a good AOG to support Joseph, but a little bit late as Joseph will fall down. I would like to see itemization also, because we haven't seen itemization so far, because it's a 6-minute mark. So Miko, what do you think of the itemization so far?
Now this is really good, interesting because Granger decided to go with only the warrior boots and damage. Like look at that, he's actually
Hmm.
building the Blade of Despair maybe? Or is he going for the anti-heal? I feel like Blade of Despair is a better option right now because he already has a Hunter Strike. He has some OK, he got a
Malefic.
Malefic gun. Sorry, a Malefic Roar. Now that is a good decision as well because he does get the extra amount of
Oh.
penetration. Look at that. My god, the heavy spin, such a good counter. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
do people forget this exists? Like, Kufra's bouncing ball is not the only nuisance to Fanny's life.
Hmm. Exactly. At least finally, Miko, I played Akai whenever there is Fanny in my opponent or in the enemy team. But then we can see that this is how you counter Fanny. Just use a heavy spin into the right mark and you will spin. That's a good taunt and that's a good decimation. That's a beautiful synergetical gameplay coming in from the Miyamoto game. Got a little overextension and I will getting the kill of that Martis and will be running away with okay, not still of HP, but most of her HP. But look at that Mia. Mia is quite low. Will she go for some? No, she is going for that bottom lane. She wants to secure her turret, and that's a good object. But look at that. 27 will go for the bottom lane or not? I think he saw the Mia, and Mia might be in danger for now. Will she be able? Okay, that's a okay. I see that 27. I see that. I think they will be going for us. Patiently wait for okay. Mia might be in danger for now.
She
I
is in
AFK
danger.
for
She
money
is.
and yep, she will get taken down. I love the fact that Akai waited patiently and calls his teammates. But now Kum, very, very okay. That's a
Oh, the
beautiful escape
defensive
coming in from the
flicker.
Kum. Yep, that's a good. That was a very fast flicker in my opinion. Fast hands.
Yeah, that decision making was completely on point. Look at that. The steel cables connecting onto people, but Fanny decided to disengage. Like, I just feel like both the teams are doing well, but Meow Meow Gang is showing like superior reflexes or like synergy right now. Look at that. The Death
Hmm.
Sonata canceling onto her recall. She has to escape, and that's a walking, flying Fanny. But Bartis is already onto the Lord. He is already really fed, like a completely snowballing.
No.
Fan is here. Oh, the
Oh.
damage.
Not enough. No vision was there. Why would you go in? I think that was a very risky gameplay, and risk has its reward. But okay, never mind. But we can see Raging Sandstorm is there. Karma is going in with that taunts, and Meow 27 is on the back line to zone out a little bit, but nobody holds there as they will disengage for now for the post lot fight. And Mia, they saw the Mia in the bottom lane. Mia will recall before they reach, and that was a dead Sonata in the bush to check. Mia was there, but Mia wasn't, and they will clear the mid lane off, and they will be preparing for this Lord fight next. As this elementary Lord will go for the second tire turret of the mid lane, and Hylos will have to use his. No, he will not use his glorious pathway for now. And I think Lord is quite low as it's the level 1 Lord. And Mia was going for that hidden moonlight kind of a gameplay, but okay, that's a taunt. Okay, Mia will be using her hidden moonlight for now. We can see Anna pushing a little bit split push right in the top, but yep, that's that was a not very good positioning coming in from calm hits, or I think he just got off guard with that stun coming in from the big Zana. So what do you think about this Lord objective, neutral objectives coming in from the side of Meow Meow Gang, Miko?
Well, I feel like Meow Meow Gang is doing a good job of the objectives, but at the same time, most of the kills who were obtained by the red team is mostly because of overextensions and bad decisions. Look at that. Oh my god. That's a flicker heavy spin, but he did not connect on to Fanny because Fanny would have been dead by now else. So that was a waste of resource, but still a good try by Akai. But as I was saying, like every bit of overextension, because as I saw them dying because of turret damage like thrice already, even Martyrs like giving the shutdowns to Vexana and others. So I feel like they have to be a little more careful. The AOG connecting onto Vexana, but well, there was nothing else done. Fanny going back, the Bat Feast has also been used. Look at that. The Deadly Grasp is coming in. Oh, the Terrify onto 3 people and the Eternal Guard as well, but well, there's no follow up. So there's not enough
Sadly.
damage.
Yep, exactly. Sadly, that was a very good stun coming in from the Vexana, but look at that. Vexana will be getting the kill off that Getod. Again, not a good choice coming in from the Getod using that taunt inside the turret, and he will pay the price for it. And as we speak, I think we can see the itemization because now the both teams are not doing any fight. And we are in the, I think the goal difference is approx 6k. Miami Gang is ahead than 6k. So what do you think, Miko, so far the itemization?
Well, Khalid is going completely defensive, and I feel that is a good decision. But they are actually lacking a lot of damage. I feel like Mia should have prioritized the Malefic gun instead of the Windtalker right now. But well, she is getting on to something right now.
Joseph!
Well, the BOD is
Joseph!
also, oh my god, he was taken down. That was a very upsetting move because I feel like Fanny got a lot of gold from that.
Exactly. I love the fact that she has gone for the Vortex instead of that Assassin build after she lost the early game, because I think that's a build that you should buy. Not the buy. Obviously, oh my bad, wrong choice of words. Yeah, you should go for that Vortex build when you just lose the early game, because it is very beneficial for you to go for with the Vortex and the Malefic gun combo when you lost the early game. Now we can see that she is having bits and bits here and there in the map, but now this is a 12-minute slot. This is the 11th slot for now. That's a Kerm giving the advantage, not advantage, but the vision. For this time, he's giving the vision because previous Lord fight, Fanny didn't have the vision. Now she has. Will she go in? Or they are just trying to bait out. We can see that's a flickering sandstorm getting the Sicilian this time. Hidden Moonlight coming in from the Mia. Mia is dashing a lot of damage, but now the Mia will get taken down. AOG to Fanny. Fanny got caught off guard. No, this time the decimation is there. And again, now the decimation is there. Okay, again decimation is there. And Martis will following up. No, they will just follow back for now. And oh no, he's just going in. Will he go in? Is he going in? No, he will not. Now they have the time for the Lord. Will they go for the Lord, or they will go for the push? It's just a matter of time. As we speak of, the minions are advancing towards the mid lane, and that's a good call. I think they might be able to take that inhibitor of the mid lane. Yep, they will be, and that's a good stun coming into the kite. And Martes was there to finish the job, and they are marching. Okay, that's a little bit. They bought enough time to other team to come back. Now Joseph is in very bad position as Joseph will get taken down here. Kum is giving the vision for now. Meow 27 will using his heavy spin for now. Mia is also there, but Akai will get taken down from the Fanny. Fanny is going in with the cables. Will she survive? No. Okay, this time Mia will get taken down from the Sicilian. Kum again gets taken down from the Sicilian. How you can count out this Bats King, because he has a lot of damage. Okay, the shutdown coming in from the Fanny to that Granger. And Karma hits, also gets taken down from this Fanny. We can just see how her build is getting useful right now in this recent team fight.
That was a good map sense by Fanny, and she just read the low HP heroes perfectly. And as I said, I just feel like every time MMG is dying, it is just because of like overextension. Most of the damage they received is actually from turrets, and this might just be a free lord, but I don't think Fanny can take it, so they have to wait for Mia. Look at that, Fanny is actually marking on to Sicilian, the heavy in the house, and oh my god, that
Close call, and yeah.
that was close, but I'm not sure what to say to her. Like, well tried, or was it a dumb move? Like, both of them
Desperate.
are like equally, yeah. I'm kind of neutral about it, but
Yep. I mean, that was a very kind of a desperation coming in from the side of Team Holocaust, because they had that map control for a little bit of time, but now they lost it because they don't have the jungler, and this neutral objective will be taken down by the Miao gang, and they will securing this Luminous
I
Lord.
really like the fact that Mia is doing a lot of micro plays. Like, look at her, she's going to the lanes, clearing it up. Like, she was the one who pushed the complete top lane. And the rest of the lanes are not that burst, but she is doing some amount of lane pressuring. And look at that. So Akai actually had to go to the top lane because of the the damage.
The damage, the Sicilian's damage there is, but now again Vexana will take down this Get Out Casa, and Hylos will get taken down from the Granger. The damage is a lot, but Willie, okay, that's a good stun coming in from the Vexana, but not enough damage to take down Joseph. Anna will try to get a little bit time. Okay, that's a good kill coming in from the Anna. Will she get one more? No, she doesn't have enough energy, but she has that. She bought some time for her teammates. Will that be? Okay, we will just see. Will that time be useful for them? Because the Lord is marching from the mid lane side. Kum is trying to get that Lord to the top inhibitor side, and he did it successfully. But look at that 2-stun coming in from the both Vexana and the Kum. And they took down that. Okay, that's a good freeze coming in from 27. 27 is quite low. He will going in but take down by that Mia. And as you said, Miko, they are dying because of the overextension. But I would say this is also a desperation coming in from the Meow Meow gang. As Anna will be securing the blue buff. Now Eden is in danger. Will he get taken down? I think yes. Shutdown coming into the Holocaust Fanny. And I think they are not done. They will be pushed mid lane because the countdown for the Eden and 27 to come.
Easily. Mia is a beast, like especially in pushing turrets, but at the same time, look at that Mortal Coil dealing so much damage. The glorious pathway has been used Avatar of Guardian onto Natalia, but at least towards the backlane, Fanny is here as well. Look at the damage they are dealing. I just feel like Sicilian has a lot of damage, and Mia went for the Malefic Roar. I'm not sure what to feel about that. I feel like the Malefic Gun would have been better, but look at that. Another kill. Gata has been taken down by Fanny.
Fanny! Look at the hidden moonlight coming in from the Mia, backdooring that Granger. Granger getting caught off guard and double kill to the Mia.
Double kill.
And you know, Fanny taking out.
Look at that. Sicilian is here. One Sanguine Claws could be really bad for Mia right now because he's really stacked up. But Khalid is doing a good amount of zoning, and I feel like he is ready with a Flicker Raging Sandstorm Gyal.
Yep, exactly. And you know what? I love the fact that Fanny took out that Ghetto Casa so that Mia could come with a second hidden moonlight in this team fight and secure those 2 kills. But you know, kudos to Fanny. She is providing a lot of dividends in this later part of the game. But now we can see the build because now the team Holocaust is actually ahead in farm, at least approx 3k. So what do you think about the itemization so far, Miko?
I still feel like Malefic Roar was not exactly needed. She should have gone for the Malefic Gun because both of them have the same passive Armor Buster. Although Malefic Roar does give extra penetration as compared to the Malefic Gun. But the extra, like, you know, the range and the attack speed, also with Zeal, like, she could have gotten some extra mobility would have been useful for her. Like, at that, Martis went for the Winter Crown and so did the Heavy Spin. Oh my god, Sicilian as well. So there's so much, and everyone's trying to change up the items. Look at that, the Lord Party is going on strong, and Mega Kill to Mia. Oh my god, this is late game, but the Lord was secured by Red Tree, but he will be taken down as well. Martis did a really good job of securing the Lord, but he was taken down by Vexana. But do you think this is good? Like, ooh, the season with a good bat impact, but the immortality saved him.
That's not a good choice, Eden. That was a very bad choice, as this is the very grave situation for you. But no, that's outplay coming in from Sicilian and taking down that Mia. That's a hidden moonlight was a perfect. But guess what? And look at that Lord. Lord is marching from the mid lane, and that flicker was on point. Plus the Sanguine Claw stunned that Mia, and you know the Granger was also there for extra support, and they took care of that job. But look at that. They will. Okay, that might not be possible to end this game for now. Is going in for that Medio. Medio is quite low. Will be getting the cutthroats and the cables from the Fanny. That's a bad switch used by Eden for now.
I just feel like Mia should have gone for the gun because she gets some more like range. As she should have gone for the, you know, the rose gold meteor for the extra shield, and ooh, that is such a good escape. Fanny actually managed to get away from the gap and the rock.
I mean, what a game it is, man. It's giving me a lot of energy right now.
I know, right? This is going so exciting. Like, look at those Beyblades actually marching onto the lane.
Mortis, good. What a good gameplay coming in from the Mortis. That's a good use of the. Okay, that's his freeze. The good use of the freeze. Getu is zoning out that Vexana, but Vexana will use the Purify for now. Eden is quite low and not in a good position. As I get that. No, that's a good use of immortality right now.
Fast move, like he just bought the immortality. He did not have the immortality. He just realized he needed it and he bought it then and there. That was some nice item swapping technique right there.
Exactly, I just saw that. And you know what? Now I think they have the chance to end this game as the 4 people are up of the team Holocaust and the 5 people are there of the team Meow Meow gang. But look at that, that's a good stand coming in from the Vexana. Waiting Sandstorm is there, but the heavy spin to counteract that. Waiting Sandstorm. They will be getting the bottom inhibitors for now. Mega kill coming in from the Vexana again. I mean, she got 4 kills in a row right now.
I feel like Vexana is playing with a real clutch. Like I think Vexana and Cecilian, both of them, like look at that. The sandwich was bad impact combo that is so devastating onto them. Like Khalid is the roamer and going with a complete tank build, and still he has like 25 to 30% HP just sapped off with one combo.
Eden, be careful, man. But no, he has the damage for now. Ana is quite low, but Ana has the immortality. That's the AOG, but misses out with the stand. Mia going in with the hidden moonlight. He got the Eden. He got the Eden. And we'll be getting the triple kill for now from the back door. And unstoppable coming in from the Vexana. And we can see a 4-4-2 trade. 4 people down of Team Yamaha Gang. 2 people are down of Team Holocaust. Will is this the end for Team Yamaha Gang or not? Because we can see the 27 is there before time. Right on time. He has bought the toilet armor for that Mia, but Mia is giving a lot of damage to 27. But look at that. Martis has the immortality. But Yulo using Hidden Moonlight to have the repositioning in her favor. And look at that. Mia is going, not Mia, but Ana is going for that sneaky blue buff, but will fail to do so.
Yeah, is going for the Lord right now, and they have been distracted with the blue buff, but which will he noticed? Like Mia does have a lot of attack speed, but look at that. Akai is already here, and okay, he just went there, and okay.
I mean,
Oh,
oh,
oh
blue
my
score!
God!
She got it!
That is
She got
good
it!
shit.
He got it!
Oh my God! The heavy spins, getting the kill, and oh my God, that is such a good steal onto the Lord. This is such an advanced Lord. Look at that. This is an 18-minute Lord, and this is gonna put them at such an overwhelming advantage. And Cecilia manages to get the freeze again. So this time we might be seeing some item swapping again. What do you feel about that? The
I
Lord
feel
is
so excited
marching in
as
from the
this.
mid lane.
Yep, as
Yes,
the Lord
it
Sarge
is
is,
exciting.
and he is a full beefed up Lord. He has done the gym for 10 years. But look at that AOG to zone out. But Vexana will be using to purify for repositioning, but not enough free position to dash out a little bit of damage as the mega kill will be going to the Mortis for now. And that's a good zone coming in from the Ghetto Casa. We'll be getting the kill of the Mia. Okay, that's a good kill coming in from the Ana, taking down the Sicilian for now. She is recharging her energy. She wants to go into the battlefield, trying so hard. But
They
again,
don't
that's a good
have enough
shutdown coming
clear.
in from the Granger. And now all the players are down on the Team Holocaust 1942. And they will send Team Holocaust to back to 1942. That's going to be the Meow Meow Gang winning this game number 2 of the best of 5 series of this match 1 quarterfinals of the India Showdown season 1. What a catch it was, Migo. Please go ahead.
Very well played, like literally very well played. Like the last year coming in from 27, that was such a clutch because I just thought that Martis did not notice the Lord and both of them were taking the Lord, but I just feel like their position should have been a bit far because Mia and Fanny both were affected by the heavy spin together, and the heavy spin does not even have that much damage. Easy retry, like they could have secured the Lord, but that was such a bad move. At the same time, like just
Mm.
see the damage, the unbreakable taunt coming in with the enhanced passive damage onto Mia. Mia was shut down exactly before the Lords reached the base turret. And that was a huge
Mm.
loss because she is the main person who can clear up the lanes and like who has decent clear. With Mia and Vexana gone out of the scene, like I don't think Fanny and Khalid have enough damage and enough AoE, like everything to clear up the Lord, especially the 18-minute buff Lord. Look at that, like the damage is taken, like Sicilian's damage.
Mm.
That is just too much.
Exactly. And not only Cecilia, I would like to give props to this Vexana. I mean, she played it really well. And she just made me her name. I mean, never mind. But you know
I
what? That's
understand, like completely. That was such a pleasurable moment. Like that was pleasing to the eyes because I just feel like a mage who can actually keep her distance and provide a lot of CC. Like I just saw her stunning 3 people with one skill. Like
Mhm.
the deathly grasp was on point. So well,
Yep,
of course, she
exactly.
did a great job, but that was a clean sweep coming in from Team MMG.
Yep, exactly. And you know what? I would like to give my all due and due respect to Team Holocaust 1942. They really played it well, but unfortunately, Team Yameo Gang will have the upper hand in this tournament and will be winning this quarterfinal and will be going towards the further brackets. So congratulations to Team Yameo Gang, as this was just the match number one, guys. Wait a bit, because we have the match number two of the best of three series of this quarterfinals. More exciting match. So guess what? Please like, share, subscribe the stream, and please hit that bell button so that you can have the notification for these kind of exciting gameplay. And shout out to all of our viewers who have been watching this game with us. That's going to be the Ken, Agrex, Ankit bro, Jinx is also there, Sara is also there, Ivy is also there, Kumga is also there, Bando Plays is also there. So thank you guys for joining us, and please be with us for the next game as me, Solskjaer, along with me. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Miko. I think you want to say something?
Well, I will be saying that was so interesting. So the next match is gonna be interesting as well, guys. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we'll be back after a short break. So this is gonna be me, Mako Gaming, and with me, my co-caster Solsky, and we will be signing off.
Bye bye.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's pretty much good night now, but we are here with the second quarterfinals of the day, and it is going to be none other than ABM taking on DS. That is going to be Daaku Sena for tonight's final game. And whoever wins out in this best of three will be securing their spot in the semifinals of India Showdown Season 1. This is me, your caster Sarah, alongside none other than the very pretty, the very cute Asuya.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. And just like you mentioned, even though it is night, the party has yet to be it's just gonna be started because this is the match between ABM and Daaku Sena. Both of the teams being one of the best teams right now. Both of them have made a name for themselves, especially when we talk about ABM. They are one of those undefeated kings right now. So I'm really excited to see what happens in this game. Well, what do you think, Sarah? Will we see some, the same standard bands, or will we see some respect bands incoming from both the teams? Because since both of these teams are quite known, so
Exactly so, Asuya, and I think the respect bans will be coming in from the side of ABM. And as we were speaking, we can see the Eve respect ban for Yamraj from the side of Daaku Sena. And even now, with the M6 tournament going on worldwide, we will be seeing some other respect bans which can be said to be standard bans as well, considering the fact that both of these teams have a very wide hero pool and they could be playing around the heroes and pick up something completely unconventional and show them that they can play it and carry their team forward to victory. For the side of ABM, though, their next ban would be a Matilda, which again is interesting, denying that pick for Lavia's Bell, and Takusena will be going in with that Jokshin ban. Jokshin here currently not exactly targeted towards Abhi or Asana as we know him more popularly to be, but it's more of a standard ban from the side of DS.
well, true. All the heroes just getting banned out of those power picks. With that, we must see that two of the mages have been banned out, even though a lot of assassins are yet to be banned out, just like Suya is open. Alpha, Chip, and yeah, so many heroes yet to be banned. A Sicilian might also be there on the list. And with that, I think banning out a Matilda is always a great response because she opens up a lot of team compositions. With that being a dive in, a hitbox, because she's always there with the disengage. And ABM finally banning out a Phoebus. So do you think, since nowadays Bruno's been making some waves in the land of Dawn, so will we see him getting picked up? Or will ABM just give it to Dakusena?
And that's a very interesting question because even with Bruno getting picked up by these teams, there is always a possible counter. And according to M6, the most recent and most interesting counter for Bruno is to pick up a Layla. A Layla of all heroes into these kind of drafts and teams like ABM and DS playing it, that will be something really, really interesting to see. And look at that. Team Dakusena, no hesitation at all. They just instantly lock in onto that Sicilian and Bruno, securing their mid to late game. Sicilian has the bat space, the bat's impact, as well as the sanguine claws, and with that wishing lantern item being picked up by him in the third or fourth slot, is just going to be melting down that Hilda and whatever EXP or roam that the side of ABM tries to pick up. Possibly we would be seeing a Gatut Kacha or such, but no, instead they take up the Ling and the Valentina. We would be seeing Ryu on that Ling, and Jay would be the one going in towards on the EXP this time. So things will definitely start to look interesting because this time DS has picked up on that Gatot Kacha. So ABM will have to find an answer for those picks.
Well, true, and I think picking up a Ling is a great choice here because I have seen Ryu play a Ling before, and he is absolutely insane. And I'm sure that Sicilian and Bruno will not be having a hard, easy time, especially towards the early game, because I'm sure Hilda as well as Ling will just try to shut them down in the early game because, of course, no one wants a Bruno to farm up. No one wants a Sicilian to stack up because two of these heroes are those late game security, and Daaku Sena might even, they might even look for extending the game towards the late because they have a late game insurance. Meanwhile, from the side of Team ABM, Valentina as well as Hilda, both of them are those early game aggro heroes, so they might go in really aggro from the beginning. And of course, Link does need a snowball, so that would just favor them even more because they will be able to provide what their jungler wants.
Exactly so, and that Fredrin, Hylos, Tigreal, and the Nathan. Those were four pretty good bans, I would say, because that Nathan can actually counter the Bruno because he has the greater magic damage and attack speed towards the late game, and Bruno not always can win out in a 1v1 or the team fights, even though he might have the Malefic gun. And then again, Tigreal being picked up by the side of ABM would give them a huge advantage for the Ling and Valentina to play around that implosion setup, while Dakusena would be facing a hard time protecting their backline. So definitely good bans coming in by both of those teams. As for picks though, I do want to see a Khalid in the EXP from the side of ABM since he is still open, and Hilda going in towards the role. That's a possible draft combination. But on the goal lane though, we might see a Claude, or we might just no, like anything can be picked up in there. We will have to see. Since Anti is the goal laner from the side of ABM, I think we might be seeing a Moskov or a Claude getting picked up pretty soon, while there is some kind of other frontliner being picked up by them, or even a healer. You never know. Apex can pick up on an Angela and be your perfect eagle. But then again, Dakusena, they definitely are going to be looking for a Roma or EXP in a kind of in the same situation. But okay, we will be seeing a Beatrix and a Carmilla coming in from the side of ABM. One thing if you notice though, so yeah, even though Carmilla is going to land up that ultimate, the Curse of Blood, even if it hits four people from the side of DS, there's no instant burst coming in from the side of ABM. So I think that might play out as a disadvantage during the team fights.
Well, might be possible, and then again, I did see Carmela being picked up in the EXP lane in the M6. So they might even go in for Carmela EXP, who knows, because they might go in to harass the enemy jungle because it's Bane after all. And with that, just like you mentioned, like even though the curse of blood might connect onto a lot of people, damage the burst is not enough. But then again, they do have a Beatrix, and her late game potential pretty good. Mid to late, she can deal out a lot of damage. And what I also think, since there is a Bane, and Valentina might be looking to take up the AOTG or the deadly catch from the enemy team, that would be a pretty good damage multiplier. But then again, it really depends on how the Carmela's ult is going to land. Meanwhile, if you see the side of Dakusena, they have really a straightforward kind of draft. They just need to, Kadot Kacha needs to initiate. Same goes for Aglu, looking for those initiations in the front lane. And the rest is just follow up, Sarah.
Exactly so. And looking at the land of dawn, everyone, we are right into the first game, and both of these junglers would be looking towards a rotation in the EXP lane. Sorry, the goal lane, while their EXP laners just poke each other around. And definitely not surprised, it's a Hilda in the EXP and Carmilla in the roam for the side of ABM, while Valentina tries to harass Yamraj down in the mid lane. The goal lane though, Bruno will have a bit of an early advantage since he does have the higher range, but Anti will be trying to freeze down the lanes. And you know what the good news is about this game? That we can see an unofficial Snapdragon reunion from the side of ABM. There's Ryu, there's Apex, there's Anti. There's another member on the battlefield, but we're not gonna name him. He's just there for the fun's sake. But then again, it's good to see the old squads back into the game performing so high up in the tournaments these days, don't you think?
Well, true. Obviously, it's always good to see them. But I think Hilda might be looking pretty low right now, although she does have that heal.
Oh, but no! Patroclus actually secures that first blood, and even Ryu gets immobilized into that team fight. Glue doing his best, but Ryu will be using up his second skill to try and escape. Valentina still does not have that early game damage output, while Sicilian's bad impact is dealing quite some damage on towards the mid lane. But I do think that the turtle fight will be up very soon, and Glue is doing quite the good job of zoning out their junglers, because Ling, he is a pretty squishy jungler and will have to look for that opening to try and get the retribution and engages on point.
Well, true. And in that team fight, I think it was kind of an overextension from Hilda, but then again, it is the early game. She will be back right there. In a moment, Jay doing an absolutely amazing job. And we might see some skirmish being like, just look at Yamraj just getting harassed at this point.
Exactly so, but look at that. There is going to be the Bat's Feast being used up by Yamraj, and he might even have to recall to get his mana back. Jay, though, zoning really, really well, but Abhi will be going in with that ultimate, using Glue's ultimate, but will be taken down as DS secures two kills in a row before the turtle is even contested by them. Ryu would be looking for a sneaky retribution, but I think DS is smart enough to not let that happen. They will be trying to zone him away as much as possible, especially Glue. But look at him, Ryu has a chance. He uses Tempest of Blaze, but does not have the time to use the retribution as Patroclus steals it away right from in front of him, and ABM looking quite on the back foot at the moment.
I mean, LP being taken down right there wasn't the best of options from the side of ABM right there, because they really need her. At the same time, I was really hoping that she takes up the deadly catch, because they would be really really successful on zoning people away. But then that did not happen. Even Apex was forced to just recall. So two of the members missing right there. What can Ryu do all alone? Because even Jay wasn't enough. He was taken down. And I think, like, I was really hoping that there will be a lot of aggression from the side of Team ABM, but I see something completely opposite happening. Just look at that.
And oh my god, that AOG connected right on towards Apex, and the damage output coming in by Absolute Cinema in the early game itself is just a chef's kiss. That's why you don't open a Bruno. Like, even in M6, pick up a Bruno, pick up the Malefic gun, and you have the win in your favor. That is exactly what is happening with DS right now, and we might even see the Bruno respect band coming in the next game. And with that, DS has the perfect opportunity to try and get the turret for themselves, but Apex here will be getting caught out a little bit too much, but the damage coming in from that Curse of Blood takes Yamraj down, as Apex will be a sacrifice. Bruno secures that crab right onto him. Ryu will be trying to get the mark on to Absolute Cinema, while Anti secures that kill right away. Patroclus being the sole survivor. That is what a Carmilla is being used for. You need to step away when that happens. Patroclus is also looking in a little bit of a danger, as it was a 5-man rotation on towards that goal lane to try and get Anti a little bit of that lead.
I mean, that's what you need from a team, right? That's what you need from a Carmilla. The Curse of Blood landing so beautifully onto so many members, the mage being taken down, and that's not what you actually need, because even though Sicilian doesn't have enough damage in the early game, he does have the Sanguine class to connect onto people, to CC people away. At the same time, Jay joining that team fight on Beatrix's damage, of course it was a winning team fight for the side of Team ABM right there, but the turtle again secured by Bane.
Okay, D is managing to win out on the neutral objective. Look at that Tempest of Blades. Gets the knock up onto Absolute Cinema, but will be taken down by him as the revenge. Jazz did mark down on the Beatrix, but look at that 3-man Curse of Blood lands right away. Apex been caught out pretty low. Yamra chasing him down with the bat speed. That flicker is missed onto the wall. Beatrix trying to slow them down as much as possible, giving Apex the window of opportunity to run away from that team fight, as he successfully manages to do that. But ABC He takes the kill onto Anti with a perfect dash. That is so well done by him right then and there.
I mean, where the positioning, Bruno knows when to come in. He just let everyone disengage, and he doesn't know that he doesn't have that early game damage potential yet. But then again, he came in the right spot right there. I think Apex looking, oh, he will be taken down. And you know what's happening to ABM in this team fights? They're kind of scattered around and they're coming in one by one, just getting peeled away one by one. And that's not something which you really want to do. You really want to wait up for Apex to land those curses of blood, like I mentioned before, and then follow up on that. At the same time, Ryu did the same thing. Too much overextension.
Exactly. So, but look at that. Ryu once again using that Tempest of Blades and baits out the flicker from both Yamraj as well as ABC. But then again, Bruno would now have to position himself pretty safe, and he should also actually pick up on that wind chant really soon, because the major damage from the side of ABM is because of the Beatrix and the Ling. The Valentina, Hilda, sure, they can zone him out, poke him out, but they aren't going to burst him as well as a Beatrix or a Ling will do. So he will have to look into that matter quite well. Abhi here poking down Lavi as well as will be flickering out as Patroclus tried to chase him down with the retribution, I believe. So that means that during the turtle they won't have any retrieve. But look at that, Hilda looking for that engage onto Gatotkacha, but the perfect immune coming in with that AOG. But there again, there's no curse of blood from the side of ABM, but Ryu does manage to get the rectory as Apex is getting chunked down lower and lower. He's getting picked off a little bit too much. The minion is going to be down in the mid lane. Abhi uses that deadly catch, but Bruno with that burst damage really dealing quite some issue to the side of ABM right now. Hilda with her ultimate gets the stun onto ABC, will have to dash out of the team, but he does not have the mana to engage in that fight. But Anti getting caught out and gets the flicker immobilized and the kill. Jazz with the play right into the mid lane, and now the mid lane turret is in danger as well, but I do think ABM is going to defend it right away.
I mean, 8 minutes into the game, DS did have the 3K goal lead, and but then again, the turtle did equalize it quite a bit. But then all these trade-offs, once again, the same goal laid on the hands of Daaku Sena. They are doing an amazing job. I mean, just look at Bruno already with two of his great items, the Horse Claws and the Berserker Fury. No wonder he's hitting so hard. At the same time, I was hoping that Sicilian might go for just the gem and then for the anti-heal, but then they did not. But look at the engage in the bot lane.
That is exactly what Jay and Ryu, they are going to mark down on the Bruno very, very hard, and DS needs to do their absolute best to protect their goal laner, because that Bruno is the win condition for the side of DS. But look at that, Jay going a little bit too in the middle of 5 people, while Jazz is being an absolute menace for that Beatrix as he is trying to mark him down. But look at the damage coming in by that Sicilian, catches Anti right into that immobilize, while Jazz and Gatotkacha are going to be chasing down Apex, zoning him away as Sicilian will be the one taking down that tier 1 towards the bottom lane.
I mean, when we look at the macro right now, absolutely in the favor of Team Daaku Sena, and Ryu did manage to take that top lane turret. Meanwhile, his blue buff was denied, but I think Ryu might be in a bad position in the top lane.
Exactly so. Like, no matter how farmed you are, once a Bruno has his items, there is simply no one who can stop a Bruno from taking you down in a 1v1 or even any kind of team fight, you name it. And look at that. Jazz again managed to bait out the flicker from Apex, used up his ultimate, but now he's in a little bit of a danger. Will have to flicker out of that situation as Jade doesn't find the kill onto Jazz. ABC, Yamraj, they need to position themselves safely now, because Ryu will have his House's Claws and Berserker's Fury and will be dealing quite some damage, while Gatotkacha needs to position himself right next to his damage dealers if the side of Team DS wants to take the win in their favor, because otherwise, once the Curse of Blood lands, Team ABM might just have the upper hand.
I mean, true, and then again, the Lord marching down from the bot lane. And I think DS is doing an amazing job, especially Jazz on that Lewis being an absolute menace, always trying to zone out Abhi and Apex from those team fights, and that's what you need. You do not want Apex into those team fights, landing those curses of blood. And with that, they are having a safe time. And Bruno, of course, he's always there with his damage, with the follow ups. I was really hoping for Hilda to, zone away Yamraj or even our absolute cinema, but he's unable to do so because the wall, the kind of protection circle for the damage dealers coming from the side of Daaku Sena is absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at them.
And oh my goodness, there is an AOG trying to be connected onto them. The Curse of Blood doesn't land onto anyone, and LB gets taken down. A mega kill for Patroclus as Absolute Cinema takes down Jay as well. The damage coming in, using the Tempest of Blades just to immune that basic attack coming in from the Bruno. DS is going to be marching down the mid lane. Two members are down. There are no skills onto Anti-Apex and Ryu as these teams will be looking for the end. Team DS looking very strong in the first game right here and now will be freezing up the lanes and will be waiting for the enhanced lord to come up at 12 minutes.
Ryu, you really need that blue buff, but then again, he's been constantly denied. What can he even do? Even if he goes towards the back lane, tries to take down the marksman or even Yamraj, he doesn't have that enough energy. And with the Clock of Destiny and also the Wind of Nature in the hands of Bruno and Yamraj, they are pretty chunky. Especially that's what the Sicilian is known for.
Look at the damage output coming in by ABC. Takes down Apex just like that. That Carmilla not looking so strong in this game. And look at Abhi as well using that AMU AOG to just to escape out of that situation. DS once again will be looking for that mid lane push. Lovey as well just having fun with that passive of his J getting melted down in a split second by the Sicilian as well as the Bruno. Bruno having the time of his life into that, taking Anti down with that mega kill, marking down the base as much as possible. The minions are out. They do need to back up. The Tempest of Blaze gets the knockup, gets the double kill, but DS is looking strong. They're looking for the end, gets the triple. Will he get the Maniac? He's trying for it. Jazz chunking down the HP. Will he get the Maniac? No, Yamraj is the one who secures the kill, but ABC will be trying to look for that base itself, and DS gets the first win in their favor in this best of 3.
This is what I was gonna say. Like I said this right from the beginning. Will ABM risk it to give away the Bruno to the Daaku Sena? And that's what they kind of paid for. Because Hilda is pretty amazing, but then again, you can actually counter her. Don't pick a jungler who is an assassin. Go for an alpha. Go for a high loss. And yes, she is pretty counterable, but then again, giving up a Sicilian and the Bruno, two of the amazing heroes right now, climbing up the meta with that immense damage. And of course, the snowball which ABM needed, they couldn't get it because they, just like you mentioned, Sarah, they did lack a lot of burst potential. They couldn't snowball either in the early game. And then again, I think Abhi's Valentina is pretty good, but then again, in this kind of game, when she's paired up against two long-ranged heroes, she kind of fell short. So I think it was a pretty good game from the side of Daaku Sena. They completely utilized all of the cards they had in their hands. The front laners doing absolutely amazing job in protecting as well as zoning out and giving the time and space for the damage dealers to farm it out.
Absolutely, and with that, we will be right into the caster's desk with us. And you know what? Ironically enough, from the side of ABM, the maximum damage was dealt by Hilda and Valentina, the two non DPS from the side of ABM, while Ling and Beatrix did fall short on that damage. That is exactly what I meant. There's no proper burst to utilize Carmilla's ultimate properly, and that is where the draft went wrong for the side of ABM. And now DS will be the ones taking away the lead with that 1-0 in this best of 3. DS, they perfectly utilized Bruno's range and gave him the time he needed to scale up. Like by the end of the match, he was on a full build, and in a pro scene match, especially with teams like ABM and DS, getting a full build in under 12 to 13 minutes is actually pretty difficult. But since ABC managed to do that, he is just showing us here that who's the original gold standard of India. But then again, ABM still has a very fair chance of making a comeback. They do study their enemies in the first matches, and they're known for that, the 2-1 comeback in majority of the tournaments, as far as you know.
Well, true, and of course it's best of three teams just tested out in the first game mostly. Now let's just see what happens. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking a short break, so just stay tuned because the rest of the matches are still there.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are right here into the second game of the best of three quarterfinals between ABM and DS. And surprisingly enough, DS has the lead with a 1-0. So they are on match point right now. And to stay in the tournament, ABM needs to get a victory and try for a possible comeback, unless DS just manages to clean sweep this series. And with that, I will be Sarah back again with Asuya.
Well, yes, what a game. Kind of, surprising that DS won out because I have seen ABM always winning most of the games. But then again, of course, TS played that game so well with the early aggro, with the defense, with the protection, with the space, to their damage dealers. It was absolutely amazing. The synergy too was really well. I really loved how Bruno really positioned himself, always going in when he knows that there is no one who can actually take him over. He just waited it out for everything to get baited away. And with that, just look at that. ABM will be banning out the Bruno because they do not want to deal with this guy in this game. So do you think, Sarah, will Sicilian be also banned out?
It is very much a possibility because, as far as I have seen in the drafting phases, Sicilian is a pretty good ban coming in by the teams who have the second pick. Because no matter what stage of the game it is right now, like just after having a mere 50 stats, that Sicilian starts dealing out quite a lot of damage. And he can even melt down the tankiest of fighters and hypers towards the late game with that glowing wand, wishing lantern combo. So he is definitely a threat which should be banned out by ABM. Hayabusa, a respect ban, Jukshin, another standard ban, as we saw in the previous matches, same bans for Daaku Sena, but ABM this time they did ban out on the Bruno. Definitely a respect ban coming in for that hero as well as the player. And even now, the Eve has been banned for Yamraj once again, along with the Gatot Kacha, which means that the Sicilian is still very much open. And I do think that DS wouldn't be looking for a delay and will be picking up on that hero right away.
Well, I think it will not be a Sicilian, but instead it will be a chip. Well, he did receive quite a few nerfs, but then again, he still stands out pretty amazing, and he's really great when it comes to picking off the jungler or the marksman. So I think he's a great pick, but then again, they will be giving out a Sicilian this time in the hands of ABM along with a Granger. What do you think about this Granger gold laner, most probably, Sarah?
And as we were mentioning, DS did lock in on that chip. And here, APM has locked in onto the Sicilian and the Granger. Granger goal lane, definitely a very strong goal lane, probably second in ranking right after Bruno in terms of pick rate and win rate. So it is definitely going to be interesting to see on how sorry, not Radium, but Anti uses that hero in towards the goal lane to try and get a superiority in that laning phase. But then again, Sicilian definitely the strongest mage pick that could possibly be taken in here. And with the Eve band, that is especially a good pick coming in. But this time, DS will be the ones locking in on the Ling and the Yuzhong, and they will be looking in for that backline dive kind of composition so they can mark out the Sicilian as well as the Granger.
Well, true, and I think Yujong is quite a great hero if played well. He can always be there for the sustain. His early game is quite impressive with a passive he has, but then again, since Khalid is open and Fubis is open, I was really thinking they might go in for any of these EXP laners because we didn't see them making a debut even in the previous game. Well, then, the final pick from the side of Team ABM being a high loss. Like this time, they're going in for early as well as the late game for themselves because I think having a high loss is a security that there will not be any invade into your jungle. And with that, like so many options are yet to be opened. Dakusena banning out of Phoebus, and Harith has also been banned out.
Exactly. So that Harith is definitely a bit of a good ban because in the goal lane, yes, that Harith can gap out the Granger once he has that Zaman Force and first skill spam combination up. Like just after the Stallion skit, he's going to be an issue for that Granger because he's going to keep dashing, and the Granger won't be able to mark him down with his first skill because it just goes in a straight path. And with that, Fulvis would be banned out by the side of Daaku Sena, which again is decent. They should probably ban out on a Khalid next, unless they want to ban out on a possible Roma, which I don't think would be necessary since Apex is pretty comfortable playing the high loss roam, and a Nathan ban coming in by ABM in that goal lane. Once again, justified since the Nathan can also win against the Granger towards the mid to late. Another magic damage goal laner, and Hilda ban coming in by them as their last ban targeted towards Jade, definitely. And with that, the banning phase would be complete. And for the picks, though, Ryu does have the opportunity to pick up on his Alpha and Suyo, and of course, he goes in for that Suyo pick right away. DS here has to decide on a possible marksman. The Claude, a bit of a decent option. There's still Brody open. There's, you know what? Funny thing is open. That's a Layla and probably a Mia. You never know what these teams pick up, don't we?
Well, true, and like Mia has been just making a rampage in the land of dawn, especially in the ranks because there are so many Mia players. And if you let her farm, especially towards the late game, she can absolutely destroy. She can make the game or break the game. But then again, I really believe that they might look for a marksman with mobility. Going in for Claude might help out because he can use his blazing duet and move around, just saving himself from the straight lane which comes from the skills of Granger. But then again, it will instead be a 1-1. Another great pick if you ask me, because the side of Team ABM doesn't really have anything which can counter out a 1-1. Then again, picking up a Changi in the mid lane, quite surprising, quite new, because I was really hoping because one of the team might go in for Khalid, and of course it is ABM. And I am most probably sure that this Khalid might be the wrong. What do you think, Sarah?
Exactly. Like a Khalid pick here, though, I am a bit skeptical about that because he's going to be diving in with that Raging Sandstorm, and 1 1 can actually use up her first skill to gain stacks on him pretty easily and get that crossbow of Tang activated. And once that activates, it will mark down the Suyo, the Siciliana, as well as the Granger. They are three pretty squishy picks. So towards the late game, things might look difficult for the side of ABM. Chang'e again, once again, like Yamrad's Chang'e is something that gets banned in ranked games, and he picked that up. So things will definitely be looking very, very interesting for these two teams. And with that, once again, we are into the land of dawn. We will be seeing that gold rotation coming in by both of these teams once more, so that and the goal laners can just burst down each other from the early game itself. 1 1 though will require a little bit more babysitting than that Granger needs. So we will have to say on how DS plans on supporting their very new goal laner.
True, and both of them looking really strong. And instead, I was thinking that it might be Khalid on the roam, but it will be Apex going in for the roam with our Hylas. And with that, I think, picking up a Khalid is not much of a problem because, like, if you take up Khalid with a vengeance, he can counter out the 1-1. But look at Jay looking really low.
He will be taken down right away with Jay. And oh my goodness, it's actually a switch up in the roles. They sent Jay to EXP on a Granger. And I do not think I have seen Jay play that hero at all, whether it's tournaments or ranked games or whatever you name it. He's a potential player. Definitely, he can play that hero, but picking it up against a goal laner like 1 1 and that too against ABC, and in this kind of a draft and this level of a game, a very, very risky move coming in by the side of ABM, I would say.
Well, I highly agree, and at the same time, a Khalid against a Yuzhong, we pretty well know that it will be Yuzhong who will be winning it out because he can just disrupt his second skill. He can dish out a lot of damage, especially in the early game. So the matchup looks really, really weird to me. Just look at Yamraj. He's so confident. He doesn't even care if his shield just goes down or will Apex will be dealing out a lot of damage to him, zoning him away. Because that's the support. they are giving right now. But look at the meteor shower coming in. The zoning in from Yamraj is really beautiful.
Exactly, so and we can see that the Black Dragon form and the Petrify combo is landing right onto Ryu, zoning him right away as Apex gets taken down by Jazz with that, and Khalid will be using up his second skill to heal himself up and escape from the situation. Look at Absolute Cinema looking for that engagement. No! Jay makes the outplay with and ages. That was a bit of an over-aggression coming in by ABC, I would say, and DS would have to back off because their mage is low. They do not have their tank, who is also very low and has to flicker out. Jazz will be immobilized, taken down way too low in that team fight, but he is sustaining so much and will have to use up his skills to try and escape, but no, he falls prey to Ryu as he gets that kill.
A very bad overextension from the side of Team Daaku Sena because Yu Song had used up everything on in his arsenal. Same goes for the tank, same goes for Changi. All of them were looking really low, and yet they gave that opportunity, that gave that space for ABM to just go back to the fountain, heal up, and come back once again for those team fights.
Look at that, the glorious pathway won't be enough to save Jay. And the Patroclus uses up his Tempest of Blades, gets that slowdown out of his effects and gets the kill onto Jay. That's just how well DS is playing right now, and Jazz with that constant harass onto Anti. 1-1 though has to position himself a little bit safer and try to stay out of line of impact of the Rhapsody and that first skill coming in by Jay, who's going to be spamming out his skills. Taking a look at the items, Team DS goal laner looking for that corrosion kit as well as the Demon Hunter sword right away, but oh, Jay is actually looking for that Sky Piercer for his first item, which is also a pretty interesting pick. Onto the bot lane though, Jazz will be forced out to use that Black Dragon form to just as an escape tool, while here Lovey as well will be caught out by Apex, but no, Apex is the one who's getting poked out instead.
Well, I think it's the repeat of what happened in the previous game. Like his last game, it was DS who were splitting ABM apart, taking them down one by one, and this time you see the rotation coming from the side of ABM. Just look at Ryu, the way he's diving in, taking on those kills once again. Changi, she's kind of weak when a shield goes away, and that's what Suyu really specializes in, dashing away, rotating so well, just splitting people apart.
Exactly so, and even towards the EXP lane, DS ABM is doing quite the good job of marking down what needs to be marked. They're going in for those kills right away, but the Tempest of Blades gets the shutdown onto Ryu. Very smart move coming in by DS right there. 1-1 looking for that goal lane tier 1, but Hylos and Granger will be there trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's a 1-1. He's just going to be taking the turret and running away as much as possible. He's taking those hits though and will be chunked down very low. He will be using up his regen as he is getting caught out pretty low onto the goal lane, but oh, Change here is actually going in for that attack speed build. So towards the late game, they are going to have a lack of magic damage on towards the mid lane, I would say. But then again, it's Yamraj, and as far as I can guess, he's just going in for the feather and then will be locking in on towards the burst, which is going to be the glowing wand as well as the holy crystal. So things would look pretty interesting then.
Well, true. And then again, ABM was just trying to harass Jazz. They were looking to clear off their bot lane so that Anti has a much more fair time in rotating, because Khalid is actually needed for those team fights. But then again, they're kind of just missing it out on the 1-1, because if she gets the farm, she will be dealing out a lot of damage, especially because she's pretty hard to catch and they did not have anything who can actually lock her down. So I was really hoping that they might harass the core laner, but instead Jazz getting surrounded left and right.
Oh, he did manage to use that Black Dragon form, but it was a little bit too late. But look at that, Ling is going to be going in, gets the knock up onto Ryu and Apex, but they will be running away. Imraj getting that kill onto Apex because of that attack speed advantage as Chip secures the kill onto Anti. DS looking quite good with that shortcut play on toward the bot lane. Chip going towards the back line to try and get the stuns onto them, but 1-1 here getting those hits from the bats. impact, while Jay on the top lane will be securing the tier 1. It's kind of a mirror rotation, but Patroclus in the mid lane made the difference by securing the tier 1 on towards the mid lane.
I mean, both the teams are actually looking pretty equal when it comes to those neutral objectives because if we consider the bot lane turret from the side of Daaku Sena, it's just one hit away, not much. And I really love how ABM is actually capitalizing if there is a team fight on one side, they're making sure that this time there is no macro gap coming from their side because it's straight off, just like you said, as the mirror. But look at the apex.
That damage coming in because of that attack speed build is just taking down even the tankiest. Ace takes down Apex, gets the kill onto Jay as well. And I think Jay has already picked up on a win chant this early into the game, even before he has his core items. Ryu here getting the kill onto Yamraj. I don't know why he extended like that. And 1-1 looking for the engage, but will have to back off because it's a half HP Ling and a 1-1 against 3 of them, and they have quite the front line right there with the Sicilian. But look at that, Jazz trying to go in for a play, gets the damage onto Ryu and others, but Ryu will be securing the blue buff right away. Jazz getting tongued down to less than 1% of his HP and will have to back off. Team ABM will be trying to get the Lord. 1-1 here though, trying to look for that engage. Won't be giving away his position because of that basic attack. But on towards the top, Anti getting those those hits onto Lavi as well, as Yamraj will be doing the job of being the annoying mid laner while trying to poke them down as much as possible. Jay and Ryu getting the hits onto 1-1 will be waiting for a proper engage now.
Well, true. Both the teams just looking for the control over to the river area, but I think the Petrify onto Anti.
Oh, and he gets caught out as Yamraj gets taken down, and Yanti as well makes the play on towards the back line. There was no one to protect Jazz and Yamraj, and even Lavi as well is getting caught out solo. Oh my goodness. Leon just flickered into that portal trying to get the kill onto that chip, but he just teleported right back towards his team. That was just way too funny to watch, Asuya.
Well, true. I mean, I have only seen such stuff happening in reels, but then this is the first time in front of my eyes, and actually that was quite entertaining. And Chip actually managed to just save himself from that hit coming from those bad impacts. And I think, like Daaku Sena was actually doing pretty well, but then again, 2 of the team fights, they're not standing in together. At the same time, Yamraj on the Changi doing a great job when it comes to zoning people away, but then again, if you're going in for the Feather of Heaven, you're looking for those basic attacks, right? You might either look for a split push, or of course you need to be near the enemy, and when you have a Suyo in the enemy who can actually close up that gap and just make you use up your shield, I think that Yamraj needs to play it a bit safe because the way to Anti is so aggro onto them. Just look at the 1-1 already taken down.
Exactly so, and that's the disadvantage with picking up a close range marksman like 1-1 against a Jay who is on the Granger, as well as a Sicilian in the enemy, and even the Suyo who has that enhanced attack having way so much of range. This is why ABM is actually winning out this draft, because of the range advantage. 1-1 needs all 3 stacks to actually deal damage and go up to a pretty close range to activate those stacks. And even Chang'e doesn't have that much of burst damage just from 1 or 2 basic attacks, but there is no real front line coming in. And look at that, the Tempest of Blades getting baited out right away, just like that. Yamraj doesn't seem to be using his ult that well as compared to what we have seen him do, but look at that, Ryu getting caught out under the turret a little bit too much, as Ling will be the one securing that kill. Lavi as well looking for that engage onto them with the shortcut, but ABM will be taking advantage of the situation, just run away from that team fight because they know that they are 1 man down.
All true, and if we see towards the last game, Ryu was kind of denied his blue buffs, and the same thing was happening with Ling in this game too. But then again, they just went out. This one engaged, Ryu taken down, and not a good move because Ling finally getting the blue buff he really needs. And I think, just like you mentioned before, One really needs to use up her stacks, just pop them up before she can actually activate the crossbow. But then again, you do not want it to be Khalid and also Apex because they are pretty chunky, pretty hefty. Khalid again can just use up his second skill to disarm all the damage which will be coming from the side of Absolute Cinema. So she really needs someone, she needs a path towards the back laners, and that's something team is not able to provide because Jazz is kind of getting taken down solo, getting melted down, and Absolute Cinema is not there to capitalize on the spacing he can provide. At the same time, same goes for the chip. He is tanky, but just look at the shortcut. And just like I said before, he is hitting Sarah. Have some issue.
No,
Okay.
I'm here. And look at that, the glorious pathway play coming in, and he gets the kill on towards Chip, but Patroclus does have the Lord. He retrieves it right away. Absolute Cinema gets the kill onto Apex, but Jay manages to answer that kill by getting a revenge, and Anti is getting caught out very low. The Winter Crown has been popped up. Yamraj with no shield will be forced to back off as he does not have enough damage. Look at Jay. He is aware of Yamraj's position, will be using up his ultimate to scout that bush, but oh my goodness, Yamraj will be using up that ult to just clear out the mid lane, buy his team some time before the Lord actually marches down those lanes. And with that, we will be seeing the side of DS with a little bit of an advantage at the moment, manage to secure that Lord, and will be looking forward to advance right alongside it.
I mean, that one engage coming from the shortcut, and that's why Chip is always a ban for me because the rotation becomes really, really unpredictable, and one guy can just be caught up like that. And the same thing happened right there for the side of Team ABM, and they kind of lost it out. The Lord is marching down, but I think they will be able to chunk it down pretty easily because they do have a Sicilian with a lot of damage. Then again, just as I was talking before, Absolute Cinema really needs to watch out because he's not able to get the opportunity to use the crossbow, and he needs a path onto Jay, onto the marksman, or even Abhi if they really need to capitalize the damage coming from the side of 1-1 right there.
Exactly so, and I think like if we ever take a look at the items, 1-1 might not have picked up on the malefic gun yet, but oh, she does have nearly her full build and will be completing it with a rose gold, so that's definitely going to be something interesting to see once the 1-1 is on full build and Chip and Yujong can actually provide some kind of a front lane to the 1-1. But look at that, there's another shortcut play, and Apex will be forced to use that glorious pathway as an escape tool once again, as ABM is going to be looking on the back foot at the moment since DS has a little bit of lane advantage because they managed to secure that Lord.
Well, true. ABM not looking good at this point. I mean, they only have 3 of the inhibitors. Same goes for the side of Daaku Sena because the second tier turret from the mid lane is, even though it's still standing, it just needs a few hits. So at this point, both the teams like almost getting the crucial equipments they need. And I think the more the clock strikes, it will be in the favor of ABM, but Anti getting caught out the winter ground.
Oh, but look at that. If 1-1 does still have her ultimate, will be falling short by just one basic attack from taking Anti down. Like, that's a Khalid's advantage, I guess. That's just how tanky you get as time passes and even your heals increase. And with that, Anti won't have the Winter Crown though for the next Lord fight, so TS will definitely have to use that to their advantage. But look at Tip getting caught out, but the damage coming in by Yamraj is quite a lot. Even the glorious pathway has been baited out. Lavi as well flickers out of that situation, get from that immobilized. Patroclus being caught out very low, will be taken down by Jay, who gets the mega kill. I do not know why he was saving his ultimate for that situation, or maybe he was just 1 second away. ABC though in a very good position and no one has spotted him yet. Will he be looking for some kind of a play? Will he be looking for those kills? He gets the stacks onto Abhi. He takes Abhi down from that situation. No one scouted that bush. Now there's no major damage output coming in, but Ryu will be managing to secure the Lord as Chip and others try to run away. Gets the kill onto Apex. ABC. We will be making the play,
Mm.
get the shutdown onto Jay. But double kills by both of these teams. Khalid being the only one alive from the side of ABM will be successfully recalling as Yamraj goes for that push onto the mid inhibitor. Will be looking for the possible engage onto Anti. They can actually end the game right here and now. They still have 5 seconds on the clock. ABC will be looking to do that. Uses up as Inspire, but the minion gets taken down. They need to back off. They need to back off because ABM is back and alive. They cannot be risking their lives. The Lord is going to be chunking down, but Yamraj, he's forced to flicker out. A little bit of a late realization for Daaku Sena, but thankfully they successfully make it out of that situation.
What a gameplay coming from the side of Absolute Cinema, and actually it was absolute cinema to watch that positioning. And just like you said, no one checking the bush, and he capitalizing, waiting for the path which he wasn't getting. It was himself created by Absolute Cinema because he just took down the mage. After that, he went out for those people, waited before just waited for them to use up everything. But I think they might be in a clutch.
Exactly so, and a bit of a dire situation by the side of ABM now. Antidote a little bit too deep. Ryu gets the kill onto Lavi as well. The Lord is still very much up. The Tempest of Blades getting used up. Petrify catches Jay as Yamraj secures the mega kill. Anti also caught out very, very low. Change will now be dealing quite a lot of damage. Sicilian doesn't get that immobilized onto Change and will be managing to escape. Apex very low. Anti manages to recover his HP because of his second skill. But other than that, ABM is getting caught out a little bit too much. And look at that, the crossbow of Tang gets activated on to Anti. But learning from his previous mistake, ABC does not use up his ultimate for just one person. That too, a Khalid.
I mean, both the teams looking really strong. 19 minutes into the game, the scoreboard is even and goal lead in the side of Daaku Sena. But what does it matter? Just look at that. Like, both the teams have most of the equipments right now. Khalid going in for the anti-curious at this point. And with that, our Hylo's also looking pretty hefty. Both of them does have that dreadnought armor to use it against the Link. But then again, I really love how Link just dives in, tries to take down the marksman, tries to take down the mage. He did get caught off right there, but then again, I think it was a pretty good deal. Because even though they lost the Lord, the 1-1 was able to capitalize on the situation.
Oh, but the killing spree coming in, but ABC gets that crossbow of Tang activated onto Abi. A very, very well done by him. Apex trying his best to run away from the situation, but the rose gold saves ABC's life from getting chunked down by Jay with that Rhapsody play right there. And now DS has the Lord fully open in their favor. Ling is there, 1-1 and Chang'e to just melt it down. Anti and Jay will be looking for an engage, trying to for a steal, but no, they have no one to scout anything near the Lord as their main frontliner is dead. And now the Lord is going to be marching down. DS looking to sing those lanes and just charge down.
I mean, what can I say? Tia's doing an amazing job, especially the 1-1. She knows she needs to take down the Sicilian because as the clock striking, 20 minutes into the game, I think Sicilian will be having quite a lot of stacks, and he's the one who will be the bone of contention, dealing out a lot of damage with the Sanguine Claws, with the bad impacts. And if he's taken down, it's like you have a big struggle removed from your side, and that's what even Mon knows. And even Ling is doing the same. He is like all of them that at this point just start trying to target the Sicilian, trying to target Jay. And even though I think Sicilian is even much bigger, much more of a priority target for them as compared to Jay at this point.
Exactly so, Asuya. And like at this moment, even with an enhanced Lord push after 18 minutes, DS actually couldn't end the game because that is how good Sicilian and Granger's defense is. While Yamraj also had to bait out his flicker because he was getting caught in the Sicilian Sanguine Claws. And with that lightning truncheon as well as the divine glaive and glowing wand, Sicilian can just one-shot anyone after a few minutes. So DS will really have to pick him off if they want to push ahead with the Lord and try and end this game, because otherwise it is going to be an endless spiral of taking the Lord, getting a possible pick off somewhere, but Sicilian just defending it all in the middle of that chaos. So, with that, we can see that both of these teams will be looking for those lane sinks and lane freezes so that, no one makes a mistake.
True. At this point, they just need to look for one opportunity, need to look to take someone down for the control over to that river area right there. As the next Lord will be up there in 51 seconds. And just look at the pokes coming from Jay. He's just trying to just check those bushes. Then again, both the teams even have those roam. I mean, everyone has bought the roam except the marksmen, I guess. And I think they're doing pretty well freezing the lanes, waiting for someone to come out, waiting someone. And then again, I think ABM really needs to protect Abhi at this point because he doesn't have any immortality. I don't think so he has a winter crown. So he really needs to play it safe because he's the one who will be protecting and dealing out a lot of damage along with those sanguine claws because they do have a lot of CC. But just look at the top lane right there.
Exactly so, and Andy actually used up his ultimate trying to catch down Link for some reason, which I don't think it's the brightest of decisions coming in when the Lord is already up. And now DS will be looking to poke down that log, will be looking to actually get a pick off before they start the Lord because they know that Ryu has the capability of stealing away the Lord because Apex will be there to stun down the Link and even Anti will be there to jump down with his Raging Sandstorm, which is back up already. And now Ling actually had to go back for his blue. So ABM, I don't think they're aware of it yet, but Anti is going towards the top lane. Will be clearing it out, and Ling will be trying to do the same. Cecilion and Apex trying to mark down the chip, but will not be taking a risk. I don't like Chip right now. I don't think he should be looking for any kind of shortcut plays because if they track down anyone in the opposite lane, the Lord will be taken down by the other team, which is going to be a major mistake. Giving away a 24-minute Lord, definitely not the wisest of choices. Chip though, he gets ported out by the Sicilian, the Suyo as well as the Apex, provides a decent distraction for the side of DS, and DS will be the one securing the Lord right away as oh my goodness, Absolute Cinema is in the danger, will have to run away as fast as possible. No casualties though in that team fight, and even the Tempest of Blaze catches that Ling. Abhi manages to secure the kill, and now DS has to run away really far. Winter Crown gets popped out, but Absolute Cinema with the play right onto Abhi as well as Apex gets the double. Will be looking for those engages, will be looking to clear the lanes as much as possible because there's a lot of lane pressure coming in by ABM. But look at Chang'e with the damage onto the mid lane. The Lord is charging down. Jay doing his best to defend as much as possible. Chip going in for those stuns. The Lord will be pulled out to the side. The shortcut gets used up. The base is wide open. Chang'e has the attack speed. DS is looking for the end, and they get it. They managed to secure a 2-0 in the best of 3 against India's top squad, which is ABM. And now Daaku Sena have dethroned them right away and get the victory in their favor.
I mean, what a game! I'm absolutely in love with Absolute Cinema because just look at the way he positioned himself. He waited for everything to get baited out. He waited for the priority targets to come into his way, taking down Abhi and still escaping successfully. So at the same time, I really loved the team composition from both the sides. But then again, ABM were not able to defend. They were not able to protect Abhi, and that last team fight when Chip distracted everyone. I think that was a major mistake because it is a hefty lord. What are you trying to do? Just trying to gang up on one roamer right there.
Exactly so, and also yeah, I would sadly have to steal away Absolute Cinema for myself. I can't be sharing him, but with that, we can see that he did manage to prove himself to be the gold standard of India as he always has. And with that, DS will be the ones moving in towards the semi-finals of India Showdown Season 1. Quite the big achievement for them to take down APM like that, especially before a LAN tournament is coming up for them. So things will be looking really high stakes. And with that, we are going towards the caster's desk. Asya, do give me your opinion on which team did actually have the upper hand in the draft, but which team managed to get the victory.
I absolutely thought that ABM would be able to make a comeback, especially because they did have a Sicilian. But then again, the spacing wasn't enough, and they were actually doing amazing towards the early game, splitting Daaku Sena apart. They had the favor in the macro. They had the micros were also playing into their favor, but then again, Won with her gameplays, like she wasn't able to get that space. She didn't have a pretty good front line to give her the space, but then again, she was just able to get it by herself, taking down, locking down Abhi, and yes, and like I have, it's okay, Sarah. I mean, I can praise her, right? Praise one, right?
Yes, yes, you can definitely do that. Oh my goodness. But definitely DS came out on top in this series, and oh my goodness, just very well done. I am so proud of them. And with that, DS will be the ones moving on towards the semi-finals. And that will be a wrap for today. GG's and well played to both of these teams, but ABM will be stopping their journey here and DS will be moving on as potential contenders for the grand finals, which we will be able to see very, very soon. So, everyone, we will be back tomorrow. Have a great night ahead and happy dreams.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.
I'm the boss.
For her, I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time. I would sail across the cosmic sea to the end of time.